Hope you enjoy, everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin asking my latest review on Bleach chapter after 682. Who the two the two sides want world's end right now. The two sides world end. And when you now we get to see that Yhwach, now that he's left the sun, she's gone to the social side, but he's not alone. What awaiting him is surprise that it's something that a lot of fans have been asking for, and the surprise that we never saw coming. And we get to see him versus this is the leader of the Arankars himself, Sosuke Aizen. I'm like, this is just epic right now. Because Aizen, he was the main bad guy for most of the Bleach, for the original series at Aries and the season. And now we know that Aizen, he knew a lot. He knew a lot, and he's a war potential. I mean, think about it. He did so much damage and caused a lot of evil things, twisted people to their own ambition. Like, and he's the ideal bad guy because he's so cunning and devious. However, even though he did lose, he didn't go down very easily. It took a lot of hard work. Uh, Now that Aizen is confronting Yhwach right now, and he doesn't have his Sanpato Kyokatsu Getsu this time, but we all know he's still very strong. Even though he doesn't have his Sanpato anymore, he probably is capable of Kido attacks and some other moves. Which is pretty big deal. Anyway, let's get started. Right now, seeing these two confront each other is a fanboy's dream because we get to see the two biggest badasses of Bleach. He's literally the two main bad guys of the whole story face off now, and they quote each other. Seeing that I just could tell that that Ichigo he had a hard time with Ichigo. Yhwach, even though he did beat him, but then again, Watch kind of back, and even though I had hard time, he was the one that got beat by Ichigo. Ichigo never lost. Ichigo beat Aizen while Yhwach he just toyed with him a little bit. Pretty much. I said simple. I mean, and this is an epic moment because I can't wait to see how these two, as the sky filled with this black aura, from Yhwach, seeing how Aizen's gonna fight, But we also get to see that Ichigo and Renji they're crossing the gateway, following Yhwach. However, Renji tries to reassure Ichigo, saying that you should get up, and Ichigo asks if you should stay behind with Rukia and Onohime. He even tries to shake him, trying to knock some sense into him, saying that listen, like for a long time, Rukia and I, we grew up together, but we went down different paths. We separate, and every time we would get closer to see each other over the decades, we would avoid eye contact. But the one who brought us back together, who made us realize that we were friends, was you. So basically, he's trying to tell him not to give up, because you were the hope that helped brought them back together. Remember, when we met Renji, he was determined he was once Ichigo's enemy. Remember, he did that. Alright, so, and tell him that if you fall down, that I will pick you back up, and I will carry you on my back if I have to bring you to the battlefield, to make sure that you don't, because you are our greatest weapon, and it's true. He is right. It is true. But when you think about it, because Ichigo, because of his whole Quincy Hollow, also and Soul Reaper powers all in once, and he's able to channel them, and he has his blade now. However, it's very problematic for him because both his Hollow and Quincy powers were taken and Biowise. So how the hell is he gonna get him out of this situation? Is he gonna regain those powers back? But meanwhile, we also got a new something else to the story. We get to see the masters once again. We get to see Ryuk and Ishida. Look at Ishida and Kurosaki, Ichigo's father, Ishin. We get to see him again. And he gives him an arrowhead. But what's so special about it? And apparently this arrowhead was forged long ago within the heart of a Quincy. And it was forged by Quincy. It's basically what you call raw Quincy power itself. And giving it to his son. We all know that Ryukin, he knows the secret. Remember, Ryukin is before the Sternrid arc, aside from Uryu, was the last Quincy. Remember that. he was given the Quincy Cross and was given the Quincy powers by Uryu's grandfather, Sogen, who was a master. I mean, I remember they have all kinds of Quincy relics. If you guys remember the first Bleach arc, for the first and second season, Uryu had his Sanrei Shoto. Remember, it's a glove to amplify your Quincy cards and give your foe a physical burn rather than an energy one that magnifies your powers. Alright, and then there's the Quincy Cross, which his father has, and now that's this arrowhead. Remember, so which is and also the Ginren Kojaku and Zila Schneider, which those are more Quincy relics and weapons, and not to mention the fact there's also the Bount arc. There was also that Quincy relic, that bracelet, that artifact, but that was just filler and supposed to be not canon. But Quincy artifacts, they do contain a lot of power and remnants of Quincy's. Especially if certain Quincy's have special powers and ability to surpass their limitations, which means Uryu is probably gonna get back in the fight. But we still know what the hell he received from Hoshwald. I want to know what the hell he did, because Hoshwald looks like he was willing to die but gave Uryu something else. So we're still in what you call in unexplored territory. Then you got back to the battlefield where Aizen looks like he's getting ready to make his move against Yhwach. Ichigo and Renji just lunging out forward, using their swords to attack. But remember, Yhwach, he could see the future. That means he saw all this coming. Okay, but he didn't see Aizen coming, or did he? Remember, he has the power to not only see the future but change it at will, which means he can do everything. It means he has the powers of a god. And plus he has limitless energy and Son of the Soul King. Well, he's capable of a lot of feats. And now he knows that Ichigo, he managed to regain his sword and heal it, but he doesn't have his Quincy Hollow powers, which is going to be very difficult for him. And not only that, he's going to fracture his sword once again, and looks like it's going to fracture once again into pieces. Because against someone like Yhwach, unless you have the ability to disable his powers of future sight and changing the future to suit his own needs, it's going to be no hope, Anyway, that's all I got to say. Hope you enjoyed this one. But there's one last thing I got to say. We knew that Bleach was going to end. We thought it was going to end in probably the next month or so. But there was an interview by one of the presidents of Shonen Blast said Bleach is not going to end in 10 months. And the last chapter is going to drop in the next 10 weeks. That's at least 2 months. So we got probably till the end of August or September. That's how long time we got before Bleach officially ends, which is a good thing, because I can't wait to see what happens next. What do you think? Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the concert. Thank you. This is Solomon Adams giving my latest review on Bleach chapter 682. The Two-Sided World's Ends. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the concert. Thank you. Bye.